Prime, presented by AT&T. This is a third and final meet in terms of home games left. 5 home games left for NECA.
Out and finish this season off strong.
Yeah, the one back in May 30th at the start of the year, and then again on August 18th back on Tuesday, 4 days ago. Burke has been sensational in the series, and she gets the first basket for the Sun.
And the first steal.
Yeah. Charlie Sledger-Walker, what did we say about the defense being aggressive? Ogumike with the kick out. They work it around, a three-pointer on the way, and Wheeler drills it from the corner.
Great ball movement early in the game for the Los Angeles Sparks, and I know excited that they've gotten off to a good start offensively.
They play at the third fastest pace. They'll put up about 26.5 three-point attempts. They'll make about 8 or 9. Sledger-Walker, and NECA will bring it across. Ray Burrell, we featured her, averaging career highs here this year. Ariel Atkins, of course, involved in the Chicago Sky trade in the offseason. Nelson Adota picks up her first.
Be on that block and really get some one-on-one and maybe get to the free throw line.
Griner and Edwards both there on the bench as NECA gets her first bucket.
Yeah, itself in the paint early in the game.
Be interesting to see what kind of response LA will have after that disappointing loss on Thursday. NECA with the rebound already, looking to run. It's what the Sparks want to do. Burrell tosses it up, and a late foul call coming over by Mai Forsberg, our crew chief. Jason Alabanza is our referee, and Ken Jones, our
at three-point line, firing up shots, but actually penetrating and having the ability to get an and one and finish at the free throw line.
By far her best WNBA season of her career. 1.5 points and almost 50% from 3 in the 2 games against Connecticut. Bucket, the Sparks have responded.
And I know the Sparks wanted to get off to a better start than they did last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, Lynn Roberts had talked about that with the local media here too, and around it falls. Lacan for 3 in the corner.
And I think this time, you know, they were able to move the ball. Connecticut was able to move the ball to get the wide open look.
Atkins, quick trigger, 3s are wild here tonight. Much like they were on Thursday. Sledger-Walker, Nelson Adota on the reach-in foul against Hamby. That's her first. Diamond Miller feeding Nelson Adota. And a cutting Diamond Miller, contact there, and an offensive foul call against Miller, her first.
Yeah, there was a
Dearica Hamby.
Dearica she's so amazing, not just offensively, but more specifically defensively, because she is so tough.
Ogumike looking right side. Will come back. Thought she would get the handoff. Here's Wheeler with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wheeler, finger roll finish for 2. Lacan already with the corner three-pointer, and the reverse 2. She's got 5 here early.
You know, we talk about stopping the ball in transition, but in that case, the Sparks have got to stop penetration.
Atkins gets hacked by Nelson Adota. And right out of the gates, that's Olivia Nelson Adota's second personal. We got subs waiting at the scorer's table. Regan Beards, a center, 6'4" center here for. But again, with the Sun out 2 bigs, Aaliyah Edwards, Brittany Griner, they can't afford to have their star center get in foul trouble this early.
Not this.
Points for Layla Lacan.
And when you're able to knock down that three-pointer, it definitely opens up a penetration lane for you to get to the rim.
Those 7 points are the last 7 that the Sun have scored. She hasn't missed a shot. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Here's Burrell sizing it up.
So many times you think that low pass is a bad pass, but it actually gets you a shooter into their rhythm quicker.
Ariel Atkins takes it away, finds NECA, the up fake, counted off the glass.
Now that's a veteran move. NECA's able to finish with contact.
And NECA makes good on the and one. 83% from the Sparks. so far providing that fast start that Lynn Roberts has asked for with this team. It's been an Achilles heel for them all season long. Lacan, her first miss of the night. A bucket, a timeout. The Sparks have doubled. Just this past Tuesday, 4 days ago, they beat the Sparks in Boston. Olivia Nelson-Ododa with Connecticut picked up 2 early fouls. She's sitting out of this timeout. No Brittany Griner, no Aaliyah Edwards too, so they're hurting a little bit on the front court here tonight. Diamond Miller looking to pick the pocket though of Burrell, who kicks it out to Ariel Atkins for 3. Back of the iron.
Her pace, and especially defensively, that are allowing them to get stops and then get out in transition.
Well, Miller, Diamond Miller, her numbers have been much better this year. Career, averaging just below 10 points per game this year. Burrell with that hesitation and finger roll finish on the left side.
Ray Burrell's change of pace has been, she's hard to defend because she can knock down that three-pointer and then she can get to the rim.
Burrell's got 7 of the last 9 points here for the Sparks. They play at the 3rd fastest pace. If you follow Lynn Roberts, even at her college career in Utah, she wants to play fast, and that's the way the Sparks are playing the last couple of years. As Hamby draws the foul, the Sparks will take it. Her look, you're not the 3rd or the 4th best option anymore. You know this. You're option number 1. You get a. Hamby makes good on the 2nd free throw. Look at that, 6 of 7 already for the Sparks. Meanwhile, the Sun are looking for their first free throw attempts here of the game. Ashlyn Jackson getting some early first quarter playing time, and Beards will get some minutes and tosses it up, draws the foul. She'll get some minutes in particular with Nelson-Ododa on the bench. Maybe in the 2nd quarter, or do you think they'll ride it out here through the 1st?
I would try to ride it out.
Eastern, Atlanta at Los Angeles at 10 Eastern on Peacock. For more of these games, please go to WNBA.com. Cameron Brink has entered the game. As she comes up to try to free up Burrell. Cuts to the bucket and has her first bucket.
Great ball movement and a little go screen. Defense was prepared to double team, and she just slipped that screen right to the rim.
By the way, she's playing with a broken rib. Took a hard contact to the rib area back on August 13th. Look out. I thought we were going to take some hard contact there for a second.
Listen, I'm telling you, I was getting ready to get.
Now playing in her 4th game with the Los Angeles Sparks, involved with that Kelsey Plum trade between Phoenix and LA. Here's Burrell from straight away, leaves it short. We'll reset here for the Sun. They left her open. Had a corner 3-pointer earlier. Beers with the offensive rebound and putback. She draws the foul.
I think there was a defensive miscommunication for the Sparks.
One of the big storylines for LA. They can score. You know, they're top 7 in terms of points per game average. I mentioned that they like to play at a fast pace. It's probably a little bit of everything. Communication that you were talking about, connectivity. There's Toni Morgan. A late pickup here for LA, and the most recent pickup, she's her
offensive opportunities getting to the rim.
Now she was just activated on a standard contract. She was originally drafted by the Chicago Sky here this year.
Signed a player development contract with Los Angeles on July 17th and then earned a standard contract on August 15th. Head coach Lynn Roberts said, "I've been impressed with her. She is smart and very coachable. I've told her not to be afraid to make any plays." And she's doing just that, you guys. Morgan has shown that she can put the pressure on the rim and make the right reads.
Yeah, how about back-to-back career-high games? 8 points that she's put up. Meanwhile, that 3-pointer there from Diamond Miller. Hamby takes the pass, finds a cutting, Akoa Makani, beautifully done.
Just that extra pass, extra movement, shifting sides of the court with the ball.
Well, Sanaya Rivers asserting herself in for two.
And I think that's the pace Coach wants the Sun to play with.
He's talked about her wanting her to attack Sanaya Rivers. Attack downhill just a little bit more. Cameron Brink sinks the three-pointer.
Cameron Brink is really maturing into the player that she
Actually were there back on August 6th. It was a really, not only just beating Minnesota, but it was on the back end of a back-to-back. They had lost to Chicago the night before, got into Minneapolis at like 2:30 in the morning and looked fantastic that night.
just really played focused basketball. They understood the challenge playing Minnesota at home, and they were ready.
That Morgan lay-in gives the Sparks their with Morgan's story. Lynn Roberts has said, look, the league obviously isn't going to feel sorry for us, losing 6 straight since that Minnesota win. Fighting for it, a couple of blocks by Perk. Not once, but twice.
Well, I think after the first block, maybe bring it out and play and just work.
She played her college ball, Georgia Tech, Kentucky. And sometimes all you need is a chance, right? We got an offensive foul call. We'll head back the other way.
I think Kennedy Burke which is why she got called for the foul.
It's her second. And the Suns' third offensive foul here tonight. Beards clears. Van Lith, as we talked about, the developmental player getting some quality minutes here tonight. So drive against Morgan and pull up. Beards doing all she can on the offensive boards here early.
I like the toughness from Beards. She's always around and close by every offensive rebound, and she gets rewarded.
The WNBA app built by Deloitte is your home court for tonight. How about that for some output?
No, I love it. I love her fight down low in that paint, also offensively and defensively.
And a couple of offensive rebounds here early in this game. Floating through, can't pay it off. Got a good move, right? That's been impressing you from Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't finish that shot, but just the fact that she can find her rhythm and her lanes to score, just, you know, getting on board with the Sparks has been impressive.
Gray drawing the foul against Ledger Walker, her first.
Yeah, I believe Coach Mazan, he doesn't
of work. Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Edwards both sitting out because of injury, but Bears 5 points and 4 rebounds in those 8 minutes. Edwards has a left ankle injury. Griner's been dealing with a left knee injury. And immediately they give a touch to Nelson Adota. It's knocked away.
Offensive moves.
We spark disappointment here of the season. Both of these teams, though, could be a little bit of a spoiler, a large stretch of the rest of their season against some playoff-eligible teams.
Yeah, and sometimes those playoff-eligible teams, they kind of let their guard down, and teams like Connecticut or the Sparks hands off. If you have 2 fouls, especially in that first quarter, and you just get put back in the game, you've got to play hands off.
Especially when you've been the leading scorer the last few games. So one of the best targets here down the stretch for Connecticut.
It's almost like you need her offense more than you need her defense.
Yeah, it's a good point. Kennedy Burke might have to be the one who takes over a little bit here with this group. Layla Lacan's also not in here for Connecticut. Nneka Ogwumike tries to sneak through. This is here comes Ledger Walker with the hesitation and creates some space from Hamby, but can't knock down the shot.
I mean, Kennedy Burke already has 3 blocks.
Yeah, 2 of them came against the same player on the same play. Here comes Layla Lacan trotting over to the scorer's table here for Connecticut. Spin move, can't put it away, and Gloma, who's getting some more playing time, but Connecticut feisty defensively. Beers to Ledger Walker, back to Beers, and Gloma with the lay-in. That was a patient possession. Connecticut had missed its last 5 attempts before that.
We believe the Suns still want to play hard and have a good finish to their season.
There's an opportunity for that, and for the Los Angeles Sparks. We in terms of scoring and franchise, that's what's impressive. Not just, you know, her offense, but her defense, and also just the longevity.
Yeah, Nneka just does so much to help team, illustrated by her numbers. But she's just a great teammate as well. She's constantly talking to the younger players, trying to motivate them and encourage them. 7
points, 5 rebounds here already. A model of consistency and leadership, and Beers got caught setting the screen. Well, she's got her second personal. They can't afford to have her get in any more foul trouble. A little acting job. 4th offensive foul for the Connecticut Sun here tonight. And Burrell tried to toss it up, the deflected pass. It'll still stay here. You think she was penetrating the pass with that mindset on that possession?
That's why she was going so slow. We know how athletic she is.
Nneka Ogwumike between the legs has Beers defending, steps right through with 4 seconds on the shot clock, can't get it. Offensive rebound by Atkins.
And I love to see Beers playing this type of defense against a future Hall of Famer. That's the future of the Sun.
Largest lead of the game now for the Sparks. Now look at Nneka get up. Nneka Ogwumike with her 6th rebound to go with her 7 points. Burrell with the crossover, look at that, wow. She found something with that move.
Yeah, she's going one rotating over, and you get to the rim before help gets there.
She's the first to double figures, but back the other way. Here comes Connecticut, and here comes Kennedy Burke. Her last 4 games, she started 4 straight. An average of
defense you see with the 3 blocks.
And Gloma, almost at like full court, forcing the jump ball.
Playing better defense so the Sun can get out in pace, get out in that open court, play with pace.
Wheeler directing traffic, Lacan defending. Wheeler, tween move, hesitation, and a foul call. They might have gotten
the screen because that's a foul.
And that's what Lacan got caught. She tried to throw Nneka out of her way. That won't work. Yeah. That's not an option, at least a legal one. Burrell, there's a reach in. Both Miller and Gloma were there. And the foul. The honesty. The honesty. I love it. Oh my gosh. Burrell makes good on the 2nd. Yeah, so Miller's on the bench now with 3 personals.
Well, definitely it's the next player mentality. Someone has to step up in the absence of some of these stars.
It might have to be a next manager mentality if it keeps going this way. Wraparound pass, Nneka can't finish.
You know, Nneka is showcasing her athleticism as well.
She is.
Not just rebounded, but also the post moves back to the basket.
15 years strong. And Layla Lacan driving past the whole Sparks D.
Layla Lacan must have been watching some of my film, because that's my jab step right there.
Is it?
I think it is.
Well, you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Great penetration. Froze the defense with the jab step and got to the rim.
3 seconds to shoot. Wheeler lets it fly. Shot clock didn't reset, and Gloma has it. Oh, blocked! Ray Burrell all over it. Back the other way, calls her own number, splits the D over to Nneka. Baseline jumper not there.
Nice extra pass. Nneka will knock down that shot the next time. She will knock it down.
Off the foot. Rivers chases it down. 5 seconds here to shoot. Jackson takes a peek, drives into the paint, can't get it. Atkins, a kick ball.